What's up, YouTube? My name is Xeus, and welcome back to another Fate video. This is going to be my Fate Grand Order Babylonia episode 13 review. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you for watching, and let's get into the video finally, because it seems like I've been trying to make this video all day, and something has just been working against me. I swear, it's like, I don't know. But I think the title of this episode is Goodbye, Goddess of the Underworld, and from the last episode, you could just tell jumping in is going to be this whole, not boss fight, but it's going to be this terrible fight, right? Gale versus everybody else, apparently. And it's funny, the people like Gilgamesh and stuff like that. I think she said something along the lines of like the dead can't do anything to harm her. I think even though he was still trying to attack her at the time, he can't really do anything to her. So it's the thought counts, but it doesn't really matter, right? You have this big skeleton thing. Like, I understand that she's supposed to be like the queen of the underworld, but it just like kind of put me at a miss, right? Because you seen them going through all those gates. The episode before, you just hearing her voice, and then you just see this. Like, what? I don't know. It just had me put me off for a moment. But apparently, I think she was like changing the temperature in the room, so like Ritsuka, he couldn't really any human, not just him, like any human besides him in that situation would have been looking dumb and would have died. And he was basically putting up a fight, and I think that was kind of cool. I will give him that. I forgot what they said they were changing the temperature to last episode, but I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? And so they get deeper into the fight and more onto why like Ritsuga is saying Gale isn't a bad goddess, and you could tell through the episode. You could just kind of see like she was trying to prove to him that she was, but in the end, it kind of came out looking like she wasn't. And she always cared about the protection of humanity and stuff like that, and she was protecting the souls that she had in the underworld. It's a deeper reason, deeper meaning. I mean, to her keeping all those souls in the underworld and her keeping them all locked up in cages and stuff. So like, it's more to Gale than her just being a bad guy. So I think that's pretty cool. And basically everybody, you get to see everybody try to go at Gale, even Ishtar, tiny Ishtar. You get to see her try to fight back, right? Let me just say, MASH definitely put up. She showed out this episode. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we even got to see her noble phantasm, Lord Chaldeus. I thought that was cool. I thought it was really cool. They were just trying. You could see Ritsuka. It's crazy to see him try to work and break his way through like these goddesses, and like don't like. I think the whole story was Gale. This was the first decision that she made on her own. So she was with it, yeah, because she just made it on a whim, but it was the first decision that she had came to herself, right? Like nobody else told her, you're supposed to do this and you have to do that. She did it on her own, right? And I don't know, it reminds me of the episode when basically Ritsuka was basically saying he doesn't know if he made the right choices up to this point. It reminded me of that. It definitely reminded me of that. But yeah, like basically just talking her down. It was a really cool fight. Let me just talk about that before we go any further. It was a super cool fight. Like Gilgamesh even getting involved in it. Like when he started shooting his weapons at him, everybody was like all surprised. When he started shooting his weapons, everybody was surprised because they wasn't expecting him to do anything, right? King Gilgamesh, right? I thought that was super cool. They had all the help. They had not all the help, because don't get me wrong, tiny Ishtar is not as good as a full Ishtar, right? But it was just cool to see. And it was nice to see that, okay, even though they were going there and they were basically saying it was going to be a battle when they got there, you could see on Ritsuka's face, right? Like that he wasn't thinking that way. And he was hoping that it could be just a little bit different, right? And Ishtar, come to find out, but like by the end of the episode, she basically explains that her purpose of going there in the first place was to tell her sisters basically give up her duties and stuff. And basically the life that she's living up to this point is sad. Like dealing with and going through the things that she had to go through is sad, and it's nice to see that she accepts that. Not just, oh well, you're the goddess of the underworld and that's what you had to deal with. She could have been cold hearted like that, but she's actually understanding that it's hard to be in the position that Ereshkigal is in. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's really cool. So it was a secret motive behind Ishtar going the whole time anyway, and she wasn't just going just because they said they needed her to go. So yeah. And I think you actually see if I'm not mistaken, at the same time you see Mash's noble phantasm, you see Ereshkigal's. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not going to pronounce it because I'm pretty sure that I do not know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to be able to say it the right way, so I'm not going to butcher it like that. But it was nice to see that cool little clash, right? And when it all dies down, just to see her act sort of like Ishtar does, you see that, how can that little naivety, if you will, I think that's the best way to put it. Like, and she's real shy, and it's funny because Ritsuka, right, the whole time when he was having these moments where he was meeting Ishtar at night, well, we thought he was meeting Ishtar at night, he was, and you had these moments where it was really, I think Ereshkigal was taking control at some of these moments, or maybe just the whole time it was just her the whole time, I don't know. But either way, yeah, I thought that was crazy. And when they figured it out, she was embarrassed that he knew the whole time. It was crazy because Ritsuka knew the whole time. I thought he was just as lost as we were, but he knew the whole time. That's like real crazy, right? And basically, I forgot to talk about this. You have this moment where I cannot think of it. I think Ishtar said something to her, because the thing is that they were saying throughout the episode kind of put off how you felt about him at the end of the episode. Like the way that Ishtar is like, I wanted to come there and basically save my sister. It didn't really sound like that at first. Like, I think she said something along the lines of her being horrible or bad or something like that. And she looks at Ritsuka and she's like, so you think this too, right? You could tell, like, she's acting like she knows this guy, like she's been around him. So I'm going to guess that in those moments, because they act like she could just take over Ishtar's body sometimes. She can inhabit Ishtar's body sometimes. So I guess in those moments, it was fully her. And them just showing us the yellow hair and stuff like that, that was just giving us a little glimpse. It's her. Just because she doesn't look like that the whole time. So I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling, but I just went back over what I was saying. But basically, that guy, this is another thing that I want to talk about. The guy that was in the alleyway, I cannot think of his name, and somebody actually in a comment told me his name in another video, but we're not going to talk about that. And he basically told them about the three goddess alliance, and three storms were coming and stuff like that. And so basically he comes and he cuts Ereshkigal's ties to the alliance, and basically she doesn't have to follow those rules anymore, and she can do whatever she wants to do. Because it really looked like, yeah, like, you know, if you play Fallen Order, that moment when Trilla, like, you could see she's wavering in her mind. She's like, oh, she's thinking about the light side, right? And then she just comes out of nowhere and Darth Vader kills her. It's kind of like that. It looked like he just walked up behind her and cut her in half. That's what it looked like. And but he was just severing her tie to the alliance. And basically now we have Ereshkigal as well as Ishtar and Quetzalcoatl, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this episode was definitely crazy. The fight was definitely crazy. I was pretty happy to see this episode, to be totally honest. I'm sorry that I had to bring the video to you so late, because I have a dumb roommate, and yeah, really dumb. I just thought I would say that. But anyway, I'm gonna end it right here. This has been my Fate Grand Order Babylonia episode 13 review. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next video.